Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes.
Hey, what's up, Anime Real Talk TV? Yeah, I had to steal that from the Insane Game Freak. I'm in a pretty good mood, and it is good to be back on Anime Real Talk TV. Yeah, your boy, the Gory Knight, is finally back, and like I said on my main channel, I wanted to come back and I wanted to talk about the upcoming live-action adaptation of Rurouni Kenshin. Now, you guys know, or maybe you don't know if you haven't watched any of my stuff, that I'm very attached to this series. I love the manga, the anime, with the exception of the fillers. I love the OVAs, the movies, and even the video games that have come out for the series. I just love the characters, and I love the story, and I just overall love the series. It's my favorite Shonen Jump manga, even till this day. I think it's one of the best stories ever told, period. It just stands up with so many other greats out there. So when I heard that they were doing a live action adaptation of this, my gut reaction was, oh no, they're gonna ruin it. I thought for sure that this is gonna be like a Hollywood adaptation, and I was like, oh, they're gonna whitewash the cast, this is gonna be garbage. But when I saw that it was gonna be a Japanese cast and Japanese directors and writers and whatnot, and also the fact that Nobuhiro Watsuki actually gave his blessing to this project, I was okay, I'll give it a chance now. You know, because you got the writer slash author giving his blessing, and you got a Japanese cast and writers and whatnot. I'll at least give it a shot. And then I saw trailers and they released pictures of the cast, and I was like, okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. And I've started to become more open-minded about it. So, you know, my whole thing with live action anime, I mean taking anime and making it live action, is sometimes it just doesn't translate. Not everything translates well into live action. I mean, because the character designs are really out there. You know, the hairstyles, their the way the eyes are, and sometimes even the body, the way they're designed, with, you know, the way the authors and the artists design the way the characters look overall, it just doesn't translate into live action. If you try to do it, it doesn't look well. Case in point, look at Dragon Ball Evolution. I mean, even though Dragon Ball Evolution was a piece of shit just from the bat, I mean, Goku's hair just can't be done in live action. I mean, maybe it could, but it would take a lot of work, and it's hard to translate that into a live action medium. And also, my other concern is that this series is very long. I forget how many volumes and chapters and whatnot, but it has a lot of overarching stories, and you can't tell the whole story within a couple of hours. I mean, there's so much that goes on. There's so many little details here and there that if you take out, it's just gonna take away from the story. But I'm kind of used to that, being that I'm a fan of American comic books, and when Hollywood adapts these superhero movies, they take bits and pieces from different storylines, and they make their own thing. And that's what I'm thinking that they're going to do with this live action adaptation of Kenshin. They're going to take bits and pieces from different story arcs, and they're going to do their own thing with it, with also staying true to the story. So I'm going to talk about the cast here for a moment. I got the cast here right next to me, and here we go. So we have Ijuki Yosuke playing Hajime Saito, who is my favorite character of the series. And looking at him physically and things like that, he looks very much like Saito. I mean, they got him in the costume and everything. He's still got the blue uniform on, and he's in like the Katotsu stands, and you know, it just looks like Saito. It looks like they're trying to get this as close as possible to the character. And we have Kakawi Koji playing Janae Udo. So they're gonna do the whole thing with Janae. They got the white hair. I'm like, yeah, and they even got like the red and black eyes, it seems like. So that's pretty cool. Next we have Kagawa Teruyuki playing Kamiyu Takeda. So they're gonna do the whole thing with Kanryu, and I'm guessing they're gonna do Aoshi Shinomori as well. Now let's talk about the biggest surprise to me. Saito Takiryu playing Kenshin Himura. I mean, he looks, just looking at him in character, he looks like Kenshin. I mean, he has that soft look on his face, and you know, he has that kind of that feminine look that Kenshin has. He looks like the character. I'm very impressed with this. This is very, very impressive casting right here. We have Teki Imi as Kamiya Karyu. She kind of, I mean, just looking at her facial expression, she gives off that vibe of Karyu. Karyu is very uplifting. She's very upbeat type of character and things like that. You know, she's got that teenage girl thing going on about her. So I'm very impressed with this cast as well. We have Ako Matanaka as Sanosuke Sagara. So far from what I see, I'm very impressed. A lot of people were complaining that he looks too dirty. I'm like, well, that's how Sanosuke is supposed to be. He's not a pretty boy. He's a ruffian. I mean, he's the type of character that he doesn't really care about really hygiene all that much. He's a rough guy, you know. He's the type of guy that carries himself in that manner. So I'm very impressed with that. I mean, that's how Sanosuke should be, in my personal opinion. And we have let me see if I can pronounce this right. Taketo Tanaka as Yahiko Myojin. The kid looks like Yahiko. I mean, he looks like he's gonna be kind of annoying and things like that, how Yahiko is, but you know, just physically and things like that, and from what I've seen in the trailers, he's gonna get this character down. And then we have Ao Yui as Megumi Takanaki. Takanaki, excuse me. So far, I'm impressed. I mean, I haven't really seen much of her in the trailer, so I can't really judge. I mean, she looks like the character physically, and hopefully they can get her down, because Megumi's character is always very kind of serious and things like that. She kind of is one of those characters that kind of feels sorry for herself because of the things that happened in her past and whatnot. So you know, hopefully this actress can get the character down, but I'm very impressed with the cast so far. I mean, they seem to really get it, and like I said, you have the author and everybody giving their blessing to this series, and I'm hoping that this turns out really well. I don't know the release date of the movie or things like that. You guys would have to do your research, or maybe Rodney can put it in a description or something when the release date is. But I'm definitely gonna check this out. Like I said before, I'm gonna give it a chance. Hopefully it turns out well and they can do a good job and really just, you know, do the series justice. Don't screw it up, and don't disrespect the characters in the series as a whole. I'm hoping that the soundtrack, I'm hoping that they can keep the soundtrack from the anime. I know they're probably going to use a different soundtrack, but you know, the soundtrack in anime is one of the most beloved, just period. I mean, it's a great soundtrack. When it needs to be sad, it's sad. When it needs to be serious, it's serious. I mean, the soundtrack just fits the characters and the theme of the whole series pretty well. So with that being said, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole live action Rurouni Kenshin that's coming up. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. And with that being said, bloody days, gory nights. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, Anime Real Talk TV. Your boy is out.